Hello and welcome to this demo video. Before we get started, I'd just like to explain to you a few things which will relate to all of the basic range spreadsheets. Number one, there is a key on the intro and setup tab of all of the spreadsheets showing what the different color headers mean. The blue headers mean that the cell's formulated, so it's locked and you can't change it. The yellow headers are where you can input data, and occasionally there might be some gray headers, which is just a different kind of data input, but we'll include instructions as and when that happens. The other thing that you can be aware of is there are ways in which you can damage the spreadsheet. So please do take a look at the link where you see this image, which will take you to a web page to show you how to better preserve your spreadsheet. Please feel free to keep a blank version of the spreadsheet somewhere, so that if you do mess up a spreadsheet that you're using, you can in fact just open a new one, a blank one. And some of the spreadsheets only last for a year, and then you've got a blank one to start the following year. So do keep a blank copy as a backup somewhere. And lastly, wherever you see this image, you can click on it. It'll take you back to the store where you purchased this product to see if you've got anything, any more products. One last thing, to see a demo video, you can click on this on a link that looks like this in order to go to the demo video, but that'll take you to the most recent demo. If in fact we've done upgrades and you're using an older version and you'd like to see the demo relating to your version, then do click on the watch on YouTube link, which will take you to that specific video on YouTube. So I think that's all you need to know. So without further ado, let's move on to this demo video. Thank you.
Right, hello and welcome to the basic time allocator spreadsheet demo. What does this do? Very simply, it does what it says on the tin. If you are working on various projects, time each day on each project, you can just assign time to a project and keep track of it. Let me show you how it works. This spreadsheet is valid for a year, so put the first date of the date of the first day of the year, whether it be financial year or calendar year. That's up to you. You can start midway through a month, but my suggestion would be to make it more accurate, as accurate as it can be, start on the first of a month. So just put the date in there. Once you've done that, you basically set the spreadsheet up, you're ready to go. Then your client list, you can add clients. You add your client name, make sure all client names are unique. If you add another client 5, for example, it's going to, oh no, you can, sorry, you can have the same client, but if you have the same job, it's going to show up in red to say you can't have duplicates, don't have any duplicates. So what does this mean? Client name, you can have various jobs for each client, so you can have the same client 5 or 6 times with different job names. Just make sure each combination of client name and job name is in fact unique. And then the number of hours, so for argument's sake, client 5, test job 5, you'd have 10 hours, client 4, test job 4, you'd have 10 hours. You can assign how many hours you've quoted or how many hours you expect to work on that project. That's how you set up your clients. You can use these arrows here to sort data if you want to. If you want to remove any clients, don't delete anything or anything like that. Just highlight that, right-click, clear contents, and then resort. If you want to add someone else in, add them in at the bottom and just resort them alphabetically. Once you've added those in, you can go to your time entries, put in a date, and you've got up to 4 different clients per day that you can assign time to. If you've got a 5th, no problem, just put the same date in again underneath and do another line. You've got 1,000 lines, so that's more than enough for the year, even if you're doing 2 or 3 per day. And then all you do is you put the date in, select the client job number combination, and put in how much time. So the time, if you put 2 hours, you want to put it as 2 dots and 0, 0. If you just type in 2, move the cursor out the way, it'll take it as 2 days. So you want to put in the hours and the minutes. If you're working, say, 17 hours, you just put 17. Straightforward. So you can select 1, 2, 3, 4 different. So if you here you've got client 1, job 1, client 2, job 2, client 3, job 3. You spend 2 hours on that, 2 hours 45 on that, 3 hours. You can assign up to 4 per day, and then, as I said, if you've got a 5th one, just put the same date again below and continue. And that's all you need to do. As you fill those entries in, these the time worked will update. These will update. It'll update per month, so you can see which months you've actually worked, what hours for which client, for which job, specifically client and job combination. And then if you go to the report, You see you've got your report of hours per month and your total allocated versus the time used. For here, you can either select a client. So if you say, for argument's sake, you select client 5, it'll take all the jobs you've got for client 5. So if client 5 has got various jobs, it'll take all the jobs you've got for that particular client. If you want to narrow it down further, you select here and it'll give you a list of all the jobs you've got with client 5, and you can select the jobs. So if there were more jobs, you'd have a list of all of them here. If you leave this blank, if you leave the job blank, it'll take all those for client 5, and if you input the job, it'll filter it down further to just a specific job for client 5. And if you leave them both blank, it'll take all your clients, so all your time worked, all totaled up to have those totals. One thing you need to just be aware of, if you put client 5 here, I mean, obviously using client 5, you would have a client's name in there. So if you had a client name, say for argument's sake, Richard, and then the next time you did Richard, you spelt it wrong, for argument's sake, you put back an E on the end or something, it's going to take this as a new client. It's not going to recognize. So when you get, say if you go Richard and you say job 1, and then you go Richard and you go job 2, when you go to report, you're going to have Richard and the incorrect spelling. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure, obviously, if you're inputting people, that you input them the exact same name, that is spelled exactly the same. And then when you come to your jobs and you select that person, they only appear once for starters. That's a good sign. And then when you go here, you can see job 1 or 2, so you can filter down by the job. So that's just really to filter, so make sure you spell the names correctly here. Don't have any duplicates in the sense of same client, same job description twice, and you'll be okay. And that really is all you need to know for the spreadsheet. I hope that it serves you well, and I wish you all the best of your business. Thank you, and goodbye.